blinking or going at it.
That's like blasphemous.
I know. So, we're duking it out, and I'm here with Coco. Now, let's say for this particular case, maybe he doesn't shrimp in the way that I wanted to, or maybe I'm just pinning this knee thoroughly to the point where he doesn't really have the option. Either way, maybe it's a little bit closer to being like this, but I've got the outside of this knee of his, and I've got this knee of his scrunched in. So I've got his heel kind of close to his hip here, and I've got the same grip right near his collarbone, at his collar, pulling him in nice and tight, and I'm driving forward. I'm giving him a lot of trouble. At this point, the way I'm going to work this pass, it's almost going to look like the way Rafael sort of describes it. He describes it as almost like sweeping yourself. You're not really sweeping yourself. You're getting yourself to a clear spot where you have a base not dependent on being leaned on his stuff. You're getting yourself up to a 90, but it almost looks as though you're going over, and it looks like his butterfly hook is successful when it's not. The idea is here, as this arm of mine reaches under his head, as that happens, I'm hoisting with this hand out. I'm hoisting his knee out, opening his legs, and I'm back-stepping my left leg in this particular case. So here, I'm pinning him down. Now, as I drop this knee to the mat, I'm pinning this out, back-stepping this leg, and reaching under Colacone's head to this extent. Cut, knee in the hip. Notice his hips are held open because I still maintain this grip. Very hard for him to shrimp effectively, and by the time he has, I've already settled in. And now I'm off to a 90. I'm going to settle. So the key to making this so that I don't get swept. Now if I do this sloppily and I don't drop my shoulder and I just kind of backstep with this leg a little bit, he's going to follow me and I am going to end up on bottom, most likely. He's going to come up to the top. Now he might be in some kind of knee cut orientation. It's a messy time. So the way I go about this is I have to make sure that this thing is immobilized. His hook is nice for him when it's at this nice kind of more of a 90 at his hip and more of a 90 at his leg. These are cool angles. This is good. This is strong. I like my legs. It's like how I play my guard. Very few people are going to play guard like this, though. It's weird. I can't do much from here. It's very strange. So I'm pinning his knee closer to his chest a little bit. And more importantly, I'm pinning his heel into his butt. So he doesn't really have that stickiness, that clinginess, that fling to it. It's more just being compressed. And then I'm the one that takes initiative and explodes from there rather than him taking initiative back to the sweep. So I'm in the same position of driving off to the side. Now, I have this grip on the outside of his knee. As I reach my arm under, again, I'm pressuring into his hip. If all my weight is on this leg, Colacone, there's no weight on this leg. He can already lift me. So I have to be driving forward with my hips, squashing that heel of his. I'm here. I'm getting mean with it. Now I'm driving in, driving in, driving in. I've still got this weight that he's worrying about, he's thinking about. As I reach under his head and I make my back step, this pushes forward and out, and this kicks back at the same time. I can't be lax and just kind of try to step it because he's going to stick like glue behind my knee and swing me over. I'm here. Boom. I slide out. Slower. Boom. This knee of mine drops to the mat. I've still got control on the outside of his pant. As my back leg steps out, my shoulder's now settled into his face. Drive in. Consolidate, maintain my good shoulder pressure. As soon as I land, that shoulder's making him look at the beginning of the man on the wall.